James Lee Page Jr., 26W841132.
Special appearance. Talent, jurisdiction.
Oh boy, one of these guys, eh? Your name?
Sir, James Lee.
Your last name's Page, isn't it?
I am of the Page family, but my name is James Lee.
Yeah, I play with me this morning.
No, sir, I do not wish to.
Is your last name Page?
Sir, I'm not the lead distinction. I'm
I
a
don't want to hear this nonsense.
living man.
Listen, you want to play games?
I do not.
Find some other court and some other judge who's not going to play with you. Okay.
Dude,
If you're not James Lee Page, then you shouldn't stand up here, and I'm just going to issue a warrant for James Lee Page.
well, that's.
Hang on. Either, no,
I'm not trying to.
either you are or you aren't James Lee Page. If you aren't, back away from the podium. If you are, tell me that. I'm not going to play with you. Are you James Lee Page?
I'm a living man.
Back away from the podium.
Sir, stop.
I'll issue a warrant for you.
Sir, may I,
Then back up.
may I please ask?
No, you can't ask a question. You're not James Lee Page. You have no business being here. Back away from the podium.
Sir.
You want to end up in the lockup?
I do not. Please.
Back up away from the podium. You're not the defendant.
Can we hold court, please?
Back up.
Can you give me?
John, stay away. John, stay. John,
Can I please?
no, you're not James Lee Page. Back away from the
Okay,
podium.
sir, I am.
Well, then don't play with me. Then don't lie to
I'm
me.
not trying to lie to you, sir, but you understand that they're trying to act like I'm a little.
I'm like,
Corporation or something. That's what it is, no.
I'm not playing games. You want to play games? I'll go buy you a Monopoly game at the Dollar Value store. You can take it home and play games.
That's not games.
Well, then don't tell me you're not James Lee Page if you're James Lee Page.
That's because I'm too different.
I don't want to hear your nonsense. I'm not putting up with it today. I've had enough of you people coming in here. I'm talking about these sovereign citizen characters that want to think they run the courthouse. You're not running this courtroom.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Well, okay.
But,
Listen, there's nothing for you to say. You're charged with operating with the presence of drugs. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, I will give you a lawyer right now. If you don't want a lawyer, then I'm going to arraign you. I'm going to let you go talk to the prosecutor and see if you can resolve it. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
at any time, I could hire an attorney, right?
Sure.
Or, I don't have to waive any rights for that.
I'm just telling you, you have the right to a lawyer by law through the MIDC.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
So I could give you a lawyer right now that will talk to you and represent you at this arraignment and pretrial. If you want me to. If you want to waive your right to a lawyer and say, Judge, I don't want a lawyer, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you. I'm going to explain the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
Yes, sir.
If you decide you want to hire a lawyer, then you just tell me that and I'll let you go hire it. Okay?
Well, if I tell you I want to hire a lawyer, and what if I end up not hiring a lawyer? Then am I in trouble or something?
I don't know what you mean. I can arraign you today, explain the charge and the possible penalties. If you choose to go hire your lawyer, I'm going to set a new date and go let you go hire your own lawyer.
Okay, well, I was never served a summons,
I didn't ask you that.
I understand that.
I didn't ask you that.
You're trying to hold a free trial without a summons?
I'm the judge. I'm not a witness. You want to ask me questions, you're not asking me questions. You're going to only ask me questions about things that you don't understand. You're not going to ask me questions. I'm not a witness.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just asking you, it's a yes or no. It's very simple. Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer right now to represent you at the arraignment and the pretrial? Yes or no?
And when would the arraignment be?
Right now, as soon as you talk to the lawyer and the lawyer goes and talks to the prosecutor for you.
How can I properly defend myself if I've never been served a summons?
I'm not going to debate. They don't pay me enough to debate things with. I'm not going to debate with you. You either tell me, Judge, I want a lawyer,
can we adjourn this statement so I can get some finally, service?
Sir, sir. If you think you weren't properly served, you can file an appropriate motion. I'm going to arraign you today. I will give you a lawyer to help you through the arraignment today. And then I'm gonna set a bond. And then you can decide to hire your own lawyer if you choose to, represent yourself if you choose to. And we're gonna proceed with the case.
So the special appearance did nothing for you? I mean,
I know these, listen, I get these things around the line and you guys like to have fun. I get it.
Sir, I'm just trying to.
You want to have fun. You want to have fun. This is not a place to have fun.
It's not fun for you.
All right. Do you want a lawyer? Yes or no?
If you're forcing an arraignment on today, sir.
I'm forcing an arraignment on you.
And if there is an arraignment,
It's just where I explain the charge and the possible penalties and your rights. Or you can go get a lawyer. I'll give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer. You can talk about all this, that you weren't served with a summons and the government is corrupt and the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And that's fine. You can raise all those all those defenses, and I will listen to you.
so you will give me an attorney to talk to right now?
Absolutely. Free of charge.
Did you say free of charge?
Free of charge. You're entitled to one. The state adopted these rules. It's not my rule. But they did that about 6, 7, 8 years ago now.
And the arraignment, you want a plea or you want just to understand the charges?
You go talk to a lawyer.
I can walk out here right now and go talk to the lawyer?
Yeah, we're gonna give you one. I'll give you a lawyer. John, who will be his lawyer?
Probably.
Is Mr. Crawford here?
Yes, sir.
Who else do we have here today? Who? Who's Tony Carvin and Court Security? What about Christopher Shepard?
Right, attorney.
All right. So yes, we will set you up with a lawyer. You go right out in the hallway and he's gonna give you a
Well,
lawyer.
sir, I'm not fully sure if I want one. It's just an arraignment. You just want to finish the charges and I just want to fully.
Arraignment is where I explain the charge,
Okay.
possible penalties, and your rights. Period. You can have a lawyer to do that with and come in here with a lawyer and have the lawyer go negotiate this case to the extent that he wants to or you want to. Or you can waive your right to a lawyer and I will arraign you.
I believe I can just handle the arraignment, just telling me my rights, correct?
You can say it again. I'm going to explain to you the charge, the possible penalties, and your rights.
I can handle this.
You know the form he wanted you to sign that you declined to sign because for whatever reason you decided you wanted to be a little bit more belligerent?
No, not that, sir.
Well, you didn't want to sign the advice of rights form. You can read, right?
I mean,
You can read, right?
I can read.
Then why didn't you want to sign the advice of rights that
I
he
just
handed
didn't
you?
see why would I have to sign to say, hey, I want my rights, so I wouldn't. Well, why would I ever have to sign to keep your rights?
You just want to engage in this banter. It's kind of funny.
Sir,
It's kind of funny, really. I've seen enough of this and
please don't.
I don't-
need to let everybody else do that.
it's always a good thing when somebody doesn't want to sign the advice of rights that they're going to come up here and interview with. I'm just a little conduit. I didn't have anything to do with the ticket.
No, sir.
I don't have anything to do with writing the law.
Not,
Right. Let's make this easy. You're gonna answer, yes, I want a lawyer, or no, I don't want a lawyer. And if you tell me, no, I don't, then I'm gonna go through your rights, and I'm still gonna read all your rights to you because you were too belligerent to handle and sign the advice of rights that he asked you to sign. So do you want a lawyer, yes or no?
At this day, no, sir.
Okay, do you want me to arraign you then, without a lawyer?
I would like to prove jurisdiction first, so we can proceed.
You're gonna have to file a motion on that. You don't want a lawyer, right?
Sir, I put in a notice for a special affair to come here to challenge jurisdiction only. I'd like to prosecute represent
They don't need
jurisdiction.
they got jurisdiction. The court has jurisdiction.
Can you place that evidence, sir?
The court has jurisdiction.
Can you place that evidence, sir, and explain how I'm bound to that? Any unrevealed contracts?
Unrevealed contracts. What a great country. Huh? Unrevealed contracts. I love this stuff. I love this.
I'm just
You
trying,
want me to arraign you or you want a lawyer?
I would like you to prove jurisdictions.
I don't need to prove anything. I'm not a party to the action. I'm the judge. I'm the independent arbiter.
Yeah, sir.
It is alleged, sir, that you did operate a motor vehicle while you were under the influence of drugs. They think that you had operated that vehicle on November 28 of 25 at 12:56 in the morning on Allen near Van Horn and Woodhaven, operating with the presence of drugs. It says you had in your system THC. This is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to $500 in fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs, or all those. 6 points would be added to your traffic record. Your license would be suspended or revoked in accordance with your record. And your vehicle could be, or I might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
I understand you mean staying under jurisdiction, no?
I said, you understand what I just said?
Competent to what
You understand what I said, right?
I'm competent to what you said.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Competent. What do you mean?
You have another word for understanding? Sir, I'm just gonna navigate and keep my rights in your courtroom, sir.
It's not my court. I don't see anywhere in here where they deeded me the property. I've never referred to this. Not one time is my court. It's not my court. Well, that just means I'm a little occupant. I'm a tenant here. They gave me the privilege of sitting here for the last 32 years. You see that guy? That was my father, and he was here for 18, the first and best judge of the court ever. The guy in the back there was my grandfather, who was a heck of a lawyer and the Wayne County prosecutor and a justice of the peace. Now, I'm not playing with you. Do you understand what I said?
I'm competent to what you said, sir.
Good. All right, now you have the right to remain silent. That's a big right. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you choose to say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand?
Competent.
You understand you have the right to be represented by a lawyer, not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will be more than happy to provide you with one at public expense. If you ever choose to submit the question with law enforcement officials, and you don't have to do that, you have the right to be represented by your lawyer. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you have the right to a trial in this case? You have the constitutional right to a jury trial. At that trial, 6 people would be impaneled. All 6 would have to agree that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. At a trial, you have the right to remain silent. And that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand?
Sir.
And do you understand that at a trial, you could bring in your own witnesses? You could use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. You could testify or remain silent. If you just testify, that's your choice. You can cross-examine prosecution witnesses. You can use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. And if you plead guilty at any time, we're not going to have a trial, and we're waiving the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Competent, sir.
All right, so I will go ahead and I will enter a not
Sir, can I
guilty.
ask another question? I did present a motion.
I'm gonna, hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and enter a not guilty plea for you.
Well, that would be passing off from the bill, sir.
Okay, would it? You want me to enter a guilty plea for you? I'll ask you how you plead. Do you plead not guilty or guilty?
Well, sir, I wish not to plead without proof.
Court is entering a not guilty plea.
I object to it.
You want to plead guilty?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, well, you can't have it both ways. It's either not guilty, mute, or guilty. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about here. You're having your fun. I get it. I'll enter a not guilty plea and I will look, it depends what it is.
I did turn in a motion for dismissal. Like,
There's no, you're gonna file, you can file your motion to dismiss, okay? You're gonna have to file a written motion,
I filed.
serve it on the prosecutor, and then we'll set a hearing date.
And then how do I get my summons?
You don't need a summons. They gave you a citation.
To know what information is being,
Oh, you want discovery? You want the police materials? That's different than a summons. If you want discovery, I'll be glad to give you discovery. Since you want to represent yourself, apparently, you can prepare your own discovery order. $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. And I'm going to give you a new court date. Again, I'm going to invite you to go hire your own lawyer. If you want a court-appointed lawyer, you can fill out a petition for one. But your bond conditions are no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no marijuana either, or illegal controlled substance. Also, again, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Heather, give me a date, please.
March 18th at 9:30.
I'm sorry, what, the 18th at 9:30?
Correct, Judge.
If it's the same question, I'm not going to answer it. If you have a
Okay.
different or new question, I'll be glad to answer it.
Well, I'm a medical marijuana card patient holder, and I use marijuana for medical purposes.
Well, you're going to have to provide proof of that.
I can,
Um,
and I can do that now.
let me put it to you this way. As of right now, while I honor the medical marijuana law, even though I might disagree with it, I'm going to tell you no medical marijuana. And the reason is that the allegation here is that you were under the, I want to be clear about this. If this involved alcohol, my standard order says no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. I would never stop somebody from using medical marijuana if they have a valid medical marijuana card. The problem here is, and a court on appeal can hear me nice and loudly, the allegation here is that it was marijuana and that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was significant, was impeded. In other words, you operated with the presence of drugs in your system, which is illegal. So therefore, even if you have a valid medical marijuana card at this point, I'm denying you the ability to use medical marijuana. And it's solely on that basis. Again, if this involved alcohol or some other type of drug, at least the allegation on the ticket is that you're under the influence based upon marijuana use. So I'm not allowing you to use medical marijuana right now. We will set this for a pretrial. You can file any motions. You can hire a lawyer. You can demand, you can ask for a court appointed, in which case I will do that. So you're going to go down the hall, get your court.
What was the date again?
March the 18th, and we'll give you,
Can I get a little further to try to deep into hire an attorney?
well, I don't know. You haven't really told me you were going to hire an attorney. You said that at one point.
2 weeks away, I had to say summons, discovery. I haven't seen nothing.
It's a pretrial. It's not a trial.
Oh,
I'll set it for a pretrial.
pre-trial. Can you please explain to me?
Pretrial is when you or your lawyer can meet with the prosecutor. If you want to go talk to the prosecutor right now about signing a discovery order, I'll be happy to sign it. And you can get the paper discovery from the prosecutor now.
How about the prosecutor about anything?
You can, if you choose to. If you're going to waive your right to a lawyer, you can always talk to the prosecutor. You can go in and see if you can resolve the case right now. You can go in and tell them about your motion if you waive your right to a lawyer and say, hey, you didn't serve me with a summons.
But as of right now, I cannot do that.
No,
Okay.
you-
I'm just trying to. I don't know.
if you don't want a lawyer and you want to go talk to him and represent yourself, I can't stop you from doing that. Feel free. Maybe you can go in and tell him these things you just told me. And maybe he's going to just say, you know what? I'm afraid of you. I'm going to dismiss the case. He might say that. I don't know. You can do that. So if you want to go talk to him about a discovery order or your motion to dismiss for want of jurisdiction or anything else, feel free. As of now, though, my discussion with you is concluding, period. Go out, get your court date and figure out how you're going to proceed. Thank you.
Can I get a further court date?
No, no, that's 2 weeks. Let's move. Come on.
I gotta hire an attorney in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Prepare.
Get out of here. Back away from the podium.
What's
You've had your fun for one day. We'll have more fun going forward. Jennifer Nicole Watson.
William Mays, on behalf of Mr. Page. Mr. Page, state your name, please.
James Page, dude?
How you doing today, Mr. Page?
We're good, Judge.
Huh?
We're good.
He's got a little different attitude.
Well, So Judge.
After this colloquy-
Mr. Eller.
I know, but he's gonna call him in. You know what, after he and I engaged in our little banter, when I looked at the complaint, I thought they were gonna have at the citation, I said, they might have a problem here. Then you filed the motion, and yes, so they're concurring in that. So just call him in, John.
Call him.
Your name?
William Durek on behalf of the city of Blue Haven.
So you read their motion the defense motion to dismiss, you filed the concurrence, so you're gonna move the nollie process?
I am not moving the nollie process, Your Honor. I'm simply not opposing. the final
Okay,
motion.
good enough. Leave it on the judge. I'll just make a note, prosecutor filed concurrence. I wish you well, Mr. Page. I hope you never get yourself in trouble again, but if you do, just try to be a little more respectful, will you please?
Sure.
All right,
Judge, destruction of fingerprints.
you can
and
prepare those orders
Will do.
and have him still, I want him still to sign that is approved, okay?
Fine.
You know, just on the
Like a
form.
police sheet or something.
No, just on the form approved by, and he could probably give you. Right,
Yeah, gotcha.
okay, good luck to you, Mr. Page. Heather, take all of the bond conditions out, please. Okay,
Okay,
all right.
3FB 1548.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Muller here on behalf of Glenn Milhan. Could you state your name for the record, Glenn?
My name is Glenn Milhan.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. All right, we're here for sentencing in this matter. Have you had a chance to review this report with your client?
I did, Your Honor. We went over it together.
All right, any corrections, additions, or deletions to the report?
No, Your Honor. We would ask the court follow the recommendation from probation with just one caveat. Mr. Milhan did indicate to me that he would like to be able to use marijuana, and he doesn't currently have a medical card. So I did advise him we may have to submit a little more information. Well, he may have to get the card first, and then we might have to submit a letter. He did tell me that he uses it mostly for appetite. He has a lot of issues with that, being able to eat. So without using medical marijuana for that purpose, he would require other medication. As far as I know, he's on different medications for his mental health. And I think there's often could be, issues with taking those different medications. And he's had really some adverse symptoms. He said using marijuana has been the one thing that really has helped him with his appetite without feeling, over medicated. So that would be our only request. But other than that, we would ask the court follow the recommendation from probation.
Ms. McDuffie?
Your Honor, I don't have any issues with the recommendation. I'm just really concerned overall about Mr. Milhan, this case, his history. I don't have a good sense of, I guess I should say, where he is and what's really going on and what it's going to take to make some progress here. I was just looking at his last probation, which wasn't very long ago. I think he was discharged from that just in December. So that was also a reduced aggravated stalking charge. So this is behavior that's clearly not being curbed. And of course we want him to comply with CMH and any sort of orders and meds that he needs to be on, but I don't know what is necessary to actually get behavior change here. I don't know what's been tried and what may has or hasn't worked. I don't know where he's been. I just don't know. So I'm just a little bit at a loss for what needs to happen with him.
Thank you. Mr. Milhan, it is your opportunity to say what you would like to say to me. I want you to know that I reviewed this report very closely. I took a look at the text messages, and I guess you call them text messages that you were sending to this individual, as well as the threats to her father and her family and exes. I'm extremely concerned. I also um, you know, took a look at the behavior exhibited towards CMH, which is outlined in the police report. And I share the concerns that the prosecutor shares about the best way to try to get you stabilized and to keep this behavior from continuing. I also reviewed that you have concerns about always being on probation. And, you know, the bigger concern obviously is the behavior that gets you here, Mr. Milhan. So what would you like to say?
There's two issues I would like to address. The first being that the complaining witness came to court and got on the stand and told the judge she wanted me out. And that she wanted me out, she was not wishing to testify. Now, if I had pursued it, the charges would have ended up getting dismissed for witness unavailable because she was not wanting to testify. I took the plea bargain to get out of jail due to my last case, which I was in jail for 15 months and still at the pretrial status. And the prosecutor's office, as well as myself, have phone records that is proof that I was actually innocent of that crime and that a police report was falsely admitted. I had contacted the Attorney General, Dana Nessel, about this because there's a page 33 in my transcripts that reflect fraud upon the court. And when a fraud
Mr. Milhan, could I interrupt for just a second?
Speaking freely, excuse me. This is my issue. Now, that case continuously got brought up. In this case, if it turns out to be a void sentence, which is going to be, this is going to affect this case because I've already been prejudiced. Since it's being used against me, if it turns out it's void, then all the decisions in this case has been void as well.
All right, I'm not going to proceed with sentencing today. I need to hear from the mental health department as to what is going on with Mr. Milhan. He is clearly still not stable, and I'm very concerned.
I am very stable, Your Honor. I'm not out here causing any problems at all. I'm doing
You were causing problems, sir. That's why you're here.
Yeah, but I've been on bond and I have not caused any problems. I have demonstrated good behavior. I showed up to court. I did everything that they asked me to do.
I'm not revoking your bond. I'm requesting that someone from CMH come and give me a report. And that's what I'm going to do, sir.
All right, what do you need me to do, Your Honor?
All right. Sentencing in this case is going to be adjourned until March 11th.
I challenge the court's jurisdiction. I feel that authority is being overstepped, and I feel like the court has lost jurisdiction of it.
At 10 o'clock a.m. Sir, you're treading on thin ice here, so I would suggest that you stop talking. Okay? March 11th at 10 o'clock a.m. I'm going to do this on Zoom still with someone from CMH present so I can make a determination as to what is the best sentence here, because I'm very concerned about Mr. Milhan. He does not understand the gravity of this situation. He does not understand the nature of the court proceedings. And I'm not sure that a probation sentence is the best sentence. I'm not sure that we're fully protected from Mr. Milhan, to be honest. So I'm going to adjourn this to March 11th at 10 o'clock a.m. on Zoom still. But is this Ms. Johnson's case? All right. I'm going to ask Ms. Johnson to have someone from CMH either provide me with the report and an update or come to court to do so via Zoom. I'll see you on March 11th, sir, at 10 o'clock a.m., okay? Thank you.
Look for.
Okay, were you on duty on May 24th, 2024 at approximately 9 p.m.?
I was.
What was the weather like at that time? Do you recall?
Weather that day was clear, and it was still light outside.
The road conditions?
Dry.
Okay. And you were on patrol at that time?
I was.
You were in a marked patrol car?
I was.
Where were you on patrol?
I was patrolling the downtown area near 11 Mile in Washington.
That's in the city of Royal Oak?
It is.
What happened at that time at those crossroads?
I was stopped at the 11 Mile and Washington light facing westbound. I had a green arrow and a vehicle proceeded eastbound mile through a light, which gained my attention. That light was red for them, which drew my attention to that vehicle.
Okay, what type of vehicle was that?
I believe it was a black 2024 Ford Edge.
Is your vehicle equipped with a dash cam?
It,
Judge, at this time, I'd like to play that video from Officer Moran's dash cam.
Okay.
Officer Moran, you can see that video that I
I
pulled
can.
up?
Yep.
Okay. Just playing that video now, Judge.
Okay.
Is that the video taken from your patrol car?
That is the vehicle for my patrol vehicle.
Does that fairly and accurately portray the events of the incident that led to the defendant being issued a civil infraction on that date and time?
It does.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that video be admitted into evidence.
All right, so admitted.
Officer, so what do you see on that video?
What I see, like I spoke to earlier, I was stopped at the 11 Mile at Washington light facing westbound. I got the green arrow to turn southbound on Washington when a vehicle proceeded eastbound through, obviously, the red light.
And then you pulled that vehicle over?
Yes, I immediately initiated a traffic stop.
And that was on 11 Mile in the city of Royal Oak?
It was, yep.
When you approached that vehicle, did you observe the driver of that vehicle?
I did.
Do you recognize the driver of that vehicle on this Zoom today?
I do.
object
What's your objection?
Because I was traveling. I wasn't driving.
Okay, overruled. Go ahead. You can answer the question, Officer Moran.
Yes, I do see the defendant in the court today.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that Officer Moran has identified the defendant, Anthony Mathis.
The record will so reflect.
When you pulled the defendant over, did you have a conversation with him?
I did.
And in that conversation, did he admit to you that he had driven through the red light?
He did.
And ultimately you issued him a ticket?
I did.
What was that ticket for that you had issued him?
I actually issued him an impeding traffic ticket.
Okay. But that's not what he actually did, correct?
No, that's not.
Why did you issue him an impeding traffic ticket?
Mr. Mathis at the time had a good driving record. He knew what he did. He told me he admitted to it, and he had a good attitude on the road. So I chose to go an impeding traffic ticket.
I object.
What's your objection?
I never admitted to anything. Did you guys pull that up that I admitted to something?
You'll have a chance
Not,
to.
then that's false.
Mr. Mathis, you'll have a chance. Your objection's overruled. This is his testimony from his memory. You'll have a chance to testify yourself and add any additional evidence here. So at this point, that is not a proper objection. It's overruled. Anything else to add there to that?
What, just very briefly, Judge, what infraction did you actually observe?
I could have wrote him two infractions, either disobey traffic control device or disobey traffic signal.
And that's what he actually did, correct?
Correct.
Judge, I have nothing further at this time.
Now, Mr. Mathis, it's your opportunity to ask Officer Moran any questions that you feel are necessary. Now, I just want to instruct you. You'll have a chance to testify if you choose to in a moment. Right now, anything that you say should be in the form of a question directed at the officer. If you're going to start testifying, I'm going to have to interrupt you and redirect you. You'll have that chance in a moment. It's just to ask questions. So go ahead with any questions you have.
All right. Well, for the record, is there any injured party? Do we have a sworn affidavit or complaint from an injured party?
No, there's no injured party.
Okay, so we don't have any injured party. So Judge, you've been sworn in to uphold the Constitution, correct?
I'm not on the stand. I'm not answering any questions like that, Mr. Mathis, excuse me.
So what type of court is this? Is this Admiralty Maritime Law?
Mr. Mathis, right now is your opportunity to ask Officer Moran any questions that you want to. If you're going to make some legal objections or something along those lines, you can do that in your closing. But right now, this moment in time is for you to ask Officer Moran any questions.
Okay, well, for the record, we don't have any injured parties, correct?
Judge, that's been asked and answered.
Sustained. He already answered that question.
Right, correct. I just wanted to make sure that we got that on the record. So if there's no injured party here, then why are we here? No,
Judge, I don't think that's an appropriate question for Officer Moran.
It should have been no type of charge.
Hang on, Mr. Mathis. When there's just like when you made an objection, we all waited for the court to make a ruling. That's what you need to do. So Mr. Klusny just made an objection that your question was actually more of a legal argument. I think that's what your objection was, Mr. Klusny, correct?
Yes, Judge, I don't believe there was a question directed to the officer.
So I'm sustaining that objection. And again, you can make those legal arguments or whatever the case is that you want to make at the end. Right now, it's just questions or not to Officer Moran. Anything else?
No, that's the only question that I have. If there's no injured party, he said no one was injured.
All right. So, Mr. Klusny, would you like to call any additional witnesses? I should ask you first, any redirect of Officer Moran?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. Then any additional witnesses, Mr. Klusny?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mathis, will you be testifying or do you have any witnesses that you'd like to call on your behalf?
No, I don't.
All right. Mr. Klusny, then your closing statement.
Judge, based on the testimony of Officer Moran and the video, it's clear by a preponderance of evidence that the defendant committed the offense of disobeying a traffic signal. The authority for the stop comes from MCL 257.611 or 257.612. I believe that's for the traffic control device. The video in this case could not be more clear, Judge. You see Officer Moran is in the left turn lane. He gets a green arrow, and the defendant in his vehicle has a red light, drives right through the red light. If Officer Moran didn't stop, he would have hit the defendant's vehicle because he went right through the red light. It's rare that we have a video that is as clear as this, Judge. And the officer tried to give him a break by writing him for an impeding instead of what he actually did, which was disobeying a traffic signal. And I believe it's clear, based on the testimony in the video, that the defendant is responsible for that traffic offense of disobeying a traffic signal.
Repeat your change.
Yeah. Thank you.
You got the light?
Mr. Mathis, your closing argument?
Well, what I would like to say on the record is no one was injured. There's no injured parties. If you guys can't bring forth any injured party, then why are we still here? I need this to be dismissed, and the funds that was issued on the bond account needs to be reimbursed to me. Period. You guys don't have any injured party here. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment, if you guys can't bring forth the accuser, then this needs to be dismissed.
Anything else, Mr. Mathis?
Not at the moment.
All right. Was there a bond posted? I'm not quite sure what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
Judge, it looks like there was a $175 bond posted. Judge, I apologize. I actually, the file is here. I'm gonna send the file into court.
Mr. Klusny, the amendment was to disobey a traffic signal, which is a okay.
I apologize, Judge. The file coming into you.
That's all right. The amendment that the people made here was to disobey a traffic signal. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. The court's heard the testimony, the arguments of the parties, reviewed the video that was introduced as evidence. The video shows clearly the vehicle driven by Mr. Mathis go through a red light, the traffic signal at 11 in Washington. The standard here at issue is preponderance. The video showed beyond any doubt, really, that that's what occurred. Also, there's testimony from Officer Moran that that Mr. Mathis did actually admit on the roadside that he had done what was alleged to have occurred here today. That testimony was uncontroverted by any other evidence that was introduced. With that, the court does find Mr. Mathis to be responsible for the amended charge of disobey a traffic signal. That's a $150 fine. Mr. Mathis has posted a $175 bond, so the court will apply the bond to the fine of $150. There's a $25 refund coming to Mr. Mathis, and that's all for today. All right, we're all set. Thank you, Mr. Klusny, Mr. Mathis, Officer Moran. You all have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Officer.